If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 74 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start with the biggest game of the season without any question of doubt. It's actually the second time we'll have played Chelsea in this series all told, because of course in the semi-finals of the FA Cup last year on that tremendous cup run we went on, we actually unfortunately lost to a 92nd minute winner at Wembley from Gary Cahill to send Chelsea through to the FA Cup final and send us crashing out. So we kind of wanted a little bit of revenge here if we could possibly get it. Obviously a completely different side starting against Chelsea this time around than we had last year, and of course unfortunately Kwesi Appiah is still out injured, so James Wilson is playing up top alongside Fabian Casada. The conditions didn't necessarily help Chelsea when it came to fast-flowing football, so I was hoping that perhaps it would work in our favour. But Cavani gets one tackle in there, then gets a second in, two defenders on the floor. John Obi Mikel then finds him, and it's a top finish. A really good finish from Edinson Cavani, the Uruguayan firing Chelsea in front after just 5 minutes. To the 92 last time we played them, and with like 4 minutes 20 on the clock, they were already 1-0 up here. But we were defending quite well, despite what you actually saw in that particular clip. But Eden Hazard goes on a great run there, sets up John Obi. There's Ramirez across to Willian on the edge of the box, and they were just toying with me here, just passing the ball around on the edge of my box. I couldn't get close to them. Mentioned earlier that the conditions didn't necessarily lend themselves towards fast-flowing football, but apparently it doesn't matter when you're Chelsea because you just ping the ball about anyway. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, rather, Cavani's effort was pretty poor there. Not really too sure, though, what Paul Downing was doing, attempting to head that ball clear. Go back and have another look at it if you want to. The ball corner was crossed in. You're not going to get the chance to see the replay. It's a goal line decision system, apologies. But Paul Downing, in attempting to head the ball clear, just kind of ducked underneath it. It hit him on the back and then popped up enough for Oscar, I believe it was, to head the ball into the back of the net. So unfortunately we're 2-0 down just outside of the 20th minute mark. But straight from kickoff, after going 2-0 down, we're actually going to have our first proper attack of the game. Been penned in for a while. Casada with a great effort, and it just absolutely banana down on top of the bar. I had no idea that it was going to end up dropping that much. I thought as Casada actually had the shot, I thought, oh well, that was a waste because it's just flown well high and wide. Then it just kind of, like a lead balloon dropped out of the air, landed right on top of the bar. Courtois scrambling, and unluckily for me, it bounced off the top of the bar, not off the underside. It went out, not in. And then James Wilson drew a good save out of the goalkeeper to actually give him something to do whilst touching the ball, because as you saw there, he got nowhere near the shot from Casada. But they're going to have a corner on the very stroke of half-time. As you can see, the ball comes in. Javier Martinez flicks it on. Willian, I think it was, with the acrobatic effort, and Razor knew nothing about that. It just hit him and went out for another corner. And then Eden Hazard's going to whip a second corner in, and keeper's going to come and claim it quite nicely. Although had Cavani actually beaten him to the ball, you're pretty sure it would have been 3-0. But we're on the attack at the start of the second half, really trying to step things up in the second period if I possibly could. Zuma gets a good tackle in, but then gives it straight away to Ryan Donaldson. James Wilson with so much space, but Thibaut Courtois, all 6'5" of him, getting down well to save that in the bottom right hand corner. So they made a change. Edinson Cavani going off in the 55th minute, it is exactly on the 55th minute, and a certain Diego Costa coming on in his place. So things aren't necessarily going to get easier for us. Nemanja Matic came on halfway through the second half as well. Takes it around the sliding tackle really well. And a rather uncharacteristic, gorgeous finesse shot from Nemanja Matic. Doesn't score too many goals, and when he does score, they tend to be just rocket shots, but that was really well finessed into the top corner. So we're 3-0 down with 5 minutes to go, and Diego Costa's going to get a chance here. Does really well to work the opportunity. Shot deflected off Salah Soliman, and the keeper did well to keep it out. The clearance, though, only goes as far as Nemanja Matic. Oscar's going to cut back here as the defender trying to shrugs him off, and Eden Hazard pulls that out of the bag to make it Chelsea 4, Cambridge United 0. And we're definitely going out the FA Cup, no questions about that. And that's quite possibly the best goal that I've had scored against me on FIFA 15, if not in career mode full stop, ever on YouTube. Eden Hazard with a first time left foot strike from 35 yards that really arrowed into that top corner. He hit it so hard and so cleanly that I don't think anyone would have gotten anywhere near it. That is a truly spectacular strike. The best goal I've seen scored against me on career mode ever. You'll have to let me know how that ranks with any of the goals that you've had scored against you in career mode from your time playing FIFA, but genuinely a world-class goal from a truly world-class player. Eden Hazard is one of the best players on the planet. Definitely top 10, maybe top 5, although I might be slightly biased being a Chelsea fan, obviously, in real life as well. But obviously, just an incredible goal. Incredible goal. You can't deny Chelsea the win there. They definitely deserved it. They played much better that time around than they did at Wembley last season, and we were just nowhere near getting anything out of that game. So we head into transfer deadline day. 10 hours to try and get some business done. We are still trying to get as much business done as possible, trying to move some players out to get some players in if we can. At the minute, Murphy, the goalkeeper from QPR to Liverpool, is the biggest transfer deal of this window so far, and Gio Dos Santos has gone from Villarreal to Roma. There's a transfer that never happens in any other career mode series ever, isn't it? £15 million from Spain to Italy. We get an offer in after 2 hours of transfer deadline day, but it's for a player I'm not looking to sell on. Kwesi Appiah, 1.7 million is his value, but as you can see in the top right, the board reckon his market value is 2.5 to 3.3, and I wouldn't sell him for anything less than 4 or 5, to be completely honest. But we get another offer in around the 2.5 mark, 2.4 this time from Premier League West Ham United, and again, obviously, Kwesi's the player that I want to keep at the club, so I'm going to be rejecting that offer. Only 3 hours left to go now until the end of transfer deadline day, and another offer for Kwesi comes in. This time it's from Wigan, 2.6 million. So they're getting bigger, but not big enough to even make me even consider getting rid of Kwesi Appiah. He's my top goal scorer. He and Fabian Casada are genuinely the reason why we are where we are in the Championship this season, and if it weren't for those, we'd be mid-table, most certainly. But as you can see, we get an offer in for Josh Coulson. Now, if this had come in at the start of deadline day, I would definitely have taken it. However, there's only 2 hours left, and I just don't have enough time to get someone else in. The money wouldn't go into the account until the final hour, and of course, by that time, it's too late to try and get anyone else in because transfer deals can't get put through before the end of transfer deadline day. However, we do get an offer in for a player I really wanted to sell, Juan Carlos Arce, and as you'll be able to see, it's a massive offer as well, £525,000 from Sheffield Wednesday. I want that money. I'm so desperate for that money at the club. I'm going to accept it, but obviously, like we say, with 1 hour left to go, there's not enough time for the transfer to get done, which is ridiculously stupid because we've accepted that with a full hour to go. They should at least be able to get that deal done between now and the end of transfer deadline day, but it doesn't. And as you can see, Diego Costa played his last game for Chelsea against us at Cambridge United because he's now gone to Real Madrid for £62 million. £62 million, that's an incredible price tag, but one of the best strikers in world football, so I guess understandable price tag. And as you saw there, Januzaj left Manchester United as well for around about £14 million. But we'll end, as it is Monday, again with a squad report. And as you can see, a couple of players really starting to grow quite nicely now. Our defenders are actually improving quite well this fourth season. Ivan Santalan is still not growing as much as I'd like him to, but still a very good player. Jenkins Chikowi, our scout future star, is now up to 76 rated overall at 17 on the right hand side. Plenty of growth still left to come from him, and we'll have to wait and see what he's rated at the end of not this season but next season before I contemplate selling him on to help fund the side, although it all depends on what our financial situation is if we get promoted into the BPL after this season. But as you can see, Fabian Casada and Kwesi Appiah both growing, both scoring a plethora of goals. Incredible goal scoring record for both of them so far this year. Jordan Graham on loan has actually been very good for me. I've been really impressed with him, and I may be looking to bring him in on a permanent at the end of this season. Francisco Signorilli has been very good for us in the middle, as has Riku Ring, both kind of rotation players. Harrison Dunk hasn't necessarily had as much first team football this year as he might have liked, and that's why he's unhappy. But some of the other players that have come in, not James Wilson though, have been doing quite well for me. But James Wilson, 1 goal in 11 games is nowhere near good enough from him. Santiago Bologna has gone up 3. He's played half the games as James Wilson and scored twice as many goals. So he's going to be getting first team football more than James Wilson, to be completely honest. I thought about selling Pierre-Sylvain Abogo in this window as well. I did put him on the transfer list before the Chelsea game to try and get him out of the club so we could just kind of concentrate on the lone goalkeeper Zabre and then maybe use the funds elsewhere. But whilst in the previous window we had loads of offers for Abogo, this time around nothing. And if anything, this was the window where I wanted to sell him on. But Andrew Mawat is doing very well out on loan, growing quite nicely. Stuart Atkinson, our other 57/58 rated goalkeeper, is growing a little bit as well. So I will be open to selling selling a BOGO next transfer window in the summer between season 3 and season 4, and trying to bring in someone that is obviously we're going to obviously need, hopefully, to be of Premier League standards to help us keep up in the league, because right now we sit second in the table. There's still 19 games left to go, so there's a long way yet to be played between now and the end of the season here in the Championship, but we do still sit second. 56 points is the gap, or 56 points is the gap. 56 points is the target right now, and we're on 55, only a point behind QPR at the top of the table. But as you can see, they've only lost 3 and we've lost 6. So despite the fact that we've won more games than them, they do still sit above us because they just avoid getting defeated more often than we do, and have been scraping draws. And their goal difference is better than ours as well. Both, actually, our goal differences are far superior than anyone else in the league. Only Norwich and Crystal Palace are even in double figures. So we're definitely 2 of the strongest sides in the league this season. The question is, will we be the 2 strongest sides in the league this season at the end of the year? Who knows? We will find out in due course. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you could be so kind. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. And of course, I'll be streaming Football Manager again tonight over on twitch.tv. So check the links in the description to my Twitch and to my Twitter to stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me. But that is all for now. So I will see you tomorrow with more Liverpool career mode and another My Player.